I have an affiliation with the Zanzibar from a very long time. With UAE and Zanzibar and Oman, there is a long history together. The climate of Zanzibar is opposite what we have in Dubai. So in the summer, Zanzibar is a perfect place. So my advice is come to the city, explore it, see it. If you like it, then it's good.
Yes, hello. This is Nurdin Mohamed, sales manager from Paddco. This is one of the series of our podcast speaking much about the Zanzibar investment opportunity. And with me today is Mr. Saeed Alnofeli. I'll give him a chance to introduce himself very formally. Mr. Saeed, please, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting me. I'm really honored to be part of this podcast and talk about the investment opportunity. So I'm from UAE, born and raised in UAE, and also I've been in the space of entrepreneurship and innovation. So been working with a lot of startups, with a lot of freelancers and innovators to build companies in Dubai. So we support the innovation and entrepreneurship. So as well as working with a lot of investors from across the globe to invest in companies. So that's my day-to-day job.
All right, that's very great to hear from you. How did you become part of the real estate discussions here in Zanzibar?
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I think I have an affiliation with the Zanzibar from a very long time, and for me, it's always been the opportunities that come up as an investor. What do you invest in, and look at the opportunities. So Zanzibar is a developing market that I have been looking at for the past 10 to 15 years, and I wanted to buy something as a holiday home, but with the potential of Zanzibar coming up and being what it is today, I looked at how I can get into this. And I think with UAE and Zanzibar and Oman, there is a long history together. And even the cultures are very similar to each other. So from my perspective is that I've seen my family come to Zanzibar when it comes to holidays. And the climate of Zanzibar is opposite what we have in Dubai. So in the summer, Zanzibar is a perfect place. So first of all, I looked at it from a holiday perspective, if this is the right place. And from there, I started to dig deep and look into how I can invest in a real estate market. So from there, I've seen the numbers, that there is a lot of things that you could explore.
So basically, speaking of all that, you have mentioned a very historic background, which is very, very important to you. How do you compare Zanzibar in comparison to places like Dubai and Europe?
Yeah. So Zanzibar is a bit different because it's an island, right? It's a very small island
Yes.
that is located in Africa. And when I say history, I always say that Zanzibar was the Dubai of Africa,
Was
or
Dubai?
is the Dubai of Africa, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because of history, and throughout history, what the trades, all the businesses that's why they call it the Spice Island, right? And this is why I'm saying that I was drawn to that in order for me to look at this as a destination. Today, if you look at Dubai, Dubai is a very developed market today. It may be a few years back, it was still upcoming as well, but now today, Dubai is a global city comparing to Zanzibar and other places.
Oh, yeah, we all have seen a very tremendous progress in just 2 decades.
Absolutely. And the amount of returns that you will get in Dubai is incredible. So that's why a lot of people invest in Dubai comparing to anywhere else. And specifically post-COVID, there is a lot of investment that happened as well.
Okay, so how did you come across, for example, I would say our company, Paddco, how would you come across our company?
Yeah. So from a Paddco perspective, like I said, I did my market research on Zanzibar, specifically as a country, as a city, and I saw that Zanzibar is the ideal place for people who want to make good returns when it comes to their investment. So one of the researches that I did is first I picked 4 to 5 top cities. So I picked New York City, London, Paris, and Dubai. These are the top cities that give you very high returns when it comes to property investment. And then I looked at Zanzibar, and I saw that Zanzibar is in the same category as these four cities. Even though Zanzibar is not as big as these cities, but the return when it comes to your investment and your returns are very, very high. Then I couldn't believe that, okay, this is actually true. So what I did is I picked top cities like Bombay and other countries and Bali, because Bali is very similar to Zanzibar. And I noticed that Zanzibar even has a higher return than that.
Oh,
Here is when I saw that the opportunity that this place is going to boom in the next few years. So I think during COVID, there is two countries that have made noise, Dubai and Zanzibar,
okay.
right? And this is why you can see that there is a lot of opportunities, even though Zanzibar is a developing market, but it gives you very high return. Today, the return that comes back from Zanzibar is around 20 to 25%. I have not seen anywhere in the world that gives you that return.
Wow, that's very great. You know, first time speaking of where we started to have this connection, me and you personally, Mr. Said, you texted me through the company's, of course, official line that you wanted to invest. Though you didn't invest directly, but you recommend somebody who then become our customers and they bought some of the property from us. What leads you to recommend our projects to other people?
Yes. So for me personally, I always, because I look at Zanzibar as an investment place, I always look at lands, I look at properties, I look at everything. So I am aware of the market. And I come to Zanzibar like 4 to 5 times a year. And a lot of people ask me about Zanzibar because it's a place that they never been. Some of the people they never been. So it's a bit strange that someone comes here a lot. But for me, because as an investor and someone who is affiliated with Zanzibar, I keep on coming a lot. So I get a lot of people asking me that they want a beach plot or they want a holiday home, right? And most of the Arab world, like Oman, UAE, they will invest in Germany, they will invest in Bosnia, they will invest in these countries. But if you really want to make very good returns, then Zanzibar is your place. But sometimes people fear, oh, it's Africa, is this, is this, is this. But with the numbers that we see coming in, there is a lot of demand. So for me personally, I have a friend for the past 4 years, actually, he's been asking me to find him a place that he can purchase as a real estate.
Yeah.
It could be an Airbnb and a place that he could come and stay. And at the beginning, he always thought Zanzibar is just any other place. But I think after his visit to Seychelles, he came back to me and he said, "You need to find me. Yes, you need to find me a real estate or a property that I want to invest in, because now I confirm that the Zanzibar is a special place."
Wow, that's very interesting. That's very interesting to hear. And do you think why Zanzibar? Can you describe it as compelling to the GCC investors? Why do you think it's very compelling?
I think one very important thing is the Zanzibari culture. And like I said, there is a lot of similarities. Even people don't know, but as you know that Zanzibar is a Muslim country, and it has that Islamic culture. You can hear mosques, hearing the adhan everywhere, and the people are very friendly. And people are very nice, right? And this is what it makes it special. And I'm not sure if people have tried the Zanzibari food, but the Zanzibari food is incredible as well. Because Zanzibar in history, it's a mix of different cultures that brought it together.
Of course.
So this is why I think it's special in that sense. Another thing is the beaches, right? I personally have not seen beaches like Zanzibar anywhere in the world. I've gone to many places. Of course, there are some, but I think Zanzibar has the best beaches
Yes.
in the world.
Yeah, we are ranking among the top with the very nice and beautiful beach.
Yes.
Yeah, in Zanzibar.
So these things that adds up, other than the return of investment, I think the culture, the people, it all plays a very big part in contributing to the success of Zanzibar and how Zanzibar is coming up as a top destination for investors.
All right, this is very important. Speaking of that, Zanzibar is one of the top places that is having the customer retention. I would say once you visit Zanzibar, you would like to visit again and again and again. So, what would you tell the person that is in Emirati right now in GCC, but they are like in in a situation where like they are not unsure about coming to Zanzibar, what would you tell them?
So I would say that visit Zanzibar once. What I've seen honestly is that either you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it, because there is we still, I think, if someone is not ready, I think they should come at a later stage. But I think right now is the opportunity for people who want to explore Zanzibar, who are adventurous, and people who want to see. If you're an investor, you want to come in early. So this is the time, right? But now, for some people who look at Dubai as a market because it's very mature market and it's very regulated and so on, so they will look at that. But I think if someone wants to invest in Zanzibar, I think they need to come and see the city itself. I actually bought my friend a land in Zanzibar, and he never been here. Yeah, and I was really skeptical and worried that if he comes here, he's not gonna like it, right? But when he came, he was amazed, right? But always, I have a lot of people who come here at once, and then they want to come every day. So my advice is, come to the city, explore it, see it. If you like it, then it's good. So I have a friend who actually came for honeymoon, because I think Mauritius or one of the, he went for honeymoon in those countries, and then he was not able to enter Mauritius or Maldives during COVID, and he came to Zanzibar for his honeymoon as a beach destination.
Yes, of course.
His second visit was him purchasing a land in Zanzibar, because he loved the culture, he loved the people, and he loved the beaches, right? So yeah.
How rarely do you visit Zanzibar yourself, Mr. Saeed?
So I visit Zanzibar like 4 to 5 times a year. And for me is always looking at opportunities. And I'm not only looking at Zanzibar, I'm looking at mainland Tanzania. And this is because of the businesses, the real estate market, the agriculture, even different projects that I'm working on. So for me, is Tanzania is a destination, not for me as a business, and also as a holiday home as well.
Yeah, that's very good. So tell us today, because you've been in Zanzibar, you've invested in Zanzibar. Where do you see Zanzibar 5 years from now?
So I think, from my opinion, one of the things that I didn't mention is, because of the numbers and where I see it, I believe that Zanzibar is going to be a top destination for digital nomads, for people who are working remotely. And as you know, right now, the whole world is moving towards working remotely. And one of the statistics that I found is that the Russian speaking countries and Russia itself, they love Zanzibar, because if you work for Russia, for a Russian company or Russian speaking country, you're only 2 hours away
Yes, of course.
from the normal day-to-day hours. If you go to Bali, it's like 7 hours difference.
7 hours.
So that's why they prefer that when they wake up in the morning, they will go for a jog on the beach, and then they will sit on the switch on the internet and work remotely, serving the Russian market. So you know how big the population over there coming here. So that's why the Russian-speaking countries are an ideal. Zanzibar is an ideal destination for them. So this is a statistic that people don't talk about, but it's very, very important for Zanzibar itself. So I'm saying that, going back to the topic, is there is a lot of advantages investing in Zanzibar is. And of course, when we talk about the Dubai, once May and June hits, it's really hot out there.
Yes,
So
of
a lot
course.
of people come to Zanzibar.
Actually, the reason of why our CEO, Mr. Max Maxwell, even started to invest here in Zanzibar through our company, he came for like a vacation, and he wanted to build a home, something like that. Then he saw an opportunity and the potential of being part of Zanzibar, and Zanzibar is like an early bird, I would say, something like that. So then he said, I think Zanzibar would be my next home, of course. So during the summertime in Dubai, by the way, he's in Dubai, but during the summertime, always he usually visits Zanzibar. He has his house here in Zanzibar right now as we're speaking.
Amazing. And the thing is with the season, some people might ask about the period of the best season for Zanzibar. Zanzibar has many seasons. So you have June, July, August, September
Of
is for people from the Middle East to come and some families from Europe to come and visit
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar. And then you have from November, December, January, February, March is the best place, the best time for Europeans because they're going to run away from the cold and they will come to Zanzibar for the hot weather. So for us in the Middle East, we don't like December because it's hot here. Of course, when I say hot, it's still when
It's not
yeah.
that.
It's not as bad. Yeah.
Yes.
But for us, we prefer that period and the Westerners. So you have different demographic coming at a different time.
Also, in addition to that, I would say Zanzibar is one of the tropical destinations. We have a tropical weather. Right now, we're in a rainy season, but this is the second day. I haven't seen any kind of rain. It's like too sunny. If you go right there, it's very hot right now. So I think the weather is very welcoming. And speaking of that, statistically, Zanzibar is moving very fast. For example, do you know, like in 2023, how many people we received in Zanzibar in 2023? That was like after the Corona, like just after Corona, a few years after Corona, and we received not less than 800 people visiting Zanzibar. And basically, these 800 people are not international. Like these are like international people, but for people forget something about Zanzibar, which is very important. So Zanzibar and Tanzania mainland have united to formulate a country, which is Tanzania. And Tanzania is having a population of not less than 66 million people. And these 66 million people, the nearest destination where they can go is Zanzibar. Zanzibar is having like 1.9 million people. So we have like an internal tourism, which people don't count. And of course, if you check the statistic, you have invested in Zanzibar, you can understand the statistic of majority of the property in Zanzibar are highly accommodated by the people from Tanzania mainland and basically Africa. So we have this great opportunity to the people that will be here.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen it even with my investment that I see a lot of people from mainland Tanzania coming and booking my apartment. So there is a lot of demand and having a population like this is even boosts even more. Yeah, which is a great thing.
And basically, for the people that haven't visited Zanzibar, it's very obvious that if you tell them that the return of investment in Zanzibar is very tremendous, nearly unbelievable, they tend not to believe. I was in Oman, for example. I'll tell you, we were in Oman, and then we tell people that the return on investment in Zanzibar can be up to 20%. And then we didn't even tell them 25%. We said up to 20%, like from 15 to 20%. And the appreciation value of the beachfront property in Zanzibar is between 15 to 20%. And people were very amazed, like, how is this possible
Yeah,
anywhere in the world?
yeah, absolutely. I've even when I invested in the first property, it was the same thing. They told me 25%, but I can actually see it with my own eyes. I can, it's 20 going up.
So you become the living
Yes,
proof of what's
absolutely.
happening here.
And that means that within 4 to 5 years, you already returned your investment,
Oh, wow. Yes.
which is insane. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Saeed, it was very fruitful discussions, and
Thank you so much.
we are very, very happy to have you on our sides, and
Thank you.
at least being part of this out of your very tight schedule.
Yes.
Very thanks to you.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it, and I'm proud that you guys have launched here a company actually from Dubai, and the reason why I recommended my friends because I believe in the project, and I think that we need more projects like these because the amount of even caliber of investors who are coming in previously and today is definitely a higher caliber. So that's why people who come from Dubai, they want high quality. And what Paddco is doing is delivering on the Dubai, let's call it Dubai specification.
Of course, speaking of the high quality, we're working with a company known as like Al Hatmi, and this company has been in Dubai for over 40 years, and they have built some of the very like I would say an ideal structures available here in Tanzania, including the hotel like Johari Rotana and the Golden Tulip here in Zanzibar, the new headquarters of CRDB. So basically, we are working with people that we highly think they are very good and very experienced and professional in the industry. Yeah.
Excellent. Looking forward to see the project come to life.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Looking for smart, secure investment? Zanzibar is rising, and Paddco is leading the way. Beachfront properties, high returns, full ownership. This isn't just real estate, it's your future. Invest with Paddco. Own a piece of paradise.